So about next season, how ready you feel to
Yeah,
play in
we're
NBA?
not going to always feel 100% ready. So yeah, I feel good.
And how intrigued you to play against Lonzo next season?
You said what against Lonzo?
How intrigued you to play against Lonzo? How big challenge for you is to
Oh,
play against him?
I mean, I look at everything the same. It's just another game. So yeah,
Thank you.
yes, sir.
Dwayne Rankin next.
Thank you, Mark. LaMelo, looks like you in the gym getting a workout in. What things are you working on and getting ready for the draft?
Yeah, I just finished on the whole like body workout and stuff, like weights and working on your muscles and all that. So now just doing a little interview with y'all.
Okay, wanted to follow that up. Obviously, when you look at, I'm here in Phoenix, so when you look at the Suns, they have size and length, and you obviously bring both of those to the table as well as a playmaker. Has the Suns been in contact with you, and how could you see yourself blending with that group?
I haven't heard anything, but yeah, with that group too, feel very confident that'd be nice too.
And lastly, what do you feel like you can bring right away to the NBA? What are things that when you watch games, you go, you know what, I'm going to be able to do this immediately once I get my opportunity?
I mean, just the flow of the game, just see how it's going, you know, the passing, the outlets, just any little thing pretty much.
Thank you, Mel.
Sir.
Chris Miller next. Chris, go ahead. Chris Miller.
Oh, Chris Miller.
All right, Chris Fedor.
Hey, LaMelo, thanks for doing this. I'm here in Cleveland. Have you had any contact with the Cavs, or do you plan to have any contact with the Cavs? And would it be less interesting for you to go to a team that has spent so much capital on guards in recent years?
I don't think I have any convo with them. And no, like I said, any team, I give my best. You know, I'm cool with anything, for real.
To follow up, like, how do you feel like going to Australia and working on your game there helped you?
Honestly, I feel like that helps a lot. And I feel like that's how I am now with, like, any team that picks me, I'm good. Because just being over there, it's just a whole different world, you know? Something you got to see. And then even with Lithuania, been through that too. So it's just a whole lot of stuff I've been through to make me who I am today.
Okay, well, if we could also try to limit it to one question so we can get to as many people as we can, I'd appreciate it. We'll go to Sam Purley next.
Hey, LaMelo, thanks for joining us. Obviously, after the draft with Hornets.com, obviously after the draft lottery played out, Hornets moved into the top 3. Have they been in contact with you? And is that a team that, you know, an initial reaction you could see fitting in with potentially?
Once again, I don't know. And definitely feel like I could fit with them too. Any team.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Alex Kennedy next.
Hey, LaMelo. I wanted to ask you this pre-draft process is so unique. Everything's on Zoom. Jalen Smith and some other prospects talked about how, they met their agent over Zoom and financial advisor. What's that been like for you going through this process and everything's being virtual?
Honestly, I've been handling everything well, like with all that stuff. So, yeah, I'm good on that part.
Okay, let's try Chris Miller again. Chris?
Appreciate that, Mark. LaMelo, how are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm good, man. Thank you. Listen, you are a young man that has been traveling internationally. You are a sensation for the kids and the culture. How much does that benefit you as you get ready to become an NBA player, all the experiences you've had in front of the camera?
Yeah, once again, I feel like everything I did led me to who I am today. So I'm grateful for it and thankful. And I feel like it all just helped in my meaning.
And as a basketball player, like how much have you grown since Chino Hills? Obviously your size, but how much have you diversified your game the last couple of years?
Can you say that again?
How much have you diversified your game over the last 4 years of being not just a point guard, but a guy that can do pretty much anything on the floor?
Pretty much just working out every day. I feel like every day you got a chance to get better. So I just take that. That's pretty much how them 4 years came, I guess.
We'll go to Eric Woodyard next. Sorry.
Hey, what's up, Melo? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I know you're a Cali guy, man, but I'm a Michigan guy. I'm from Michigan. You've been working out in Michigan. A lot of people around been seeing you. So, kind of talk about the draft process of being in Michigan and like has that strengthened just you being in Detroit, being around some of your mentors you're around. Has that made you a little tougher or anything being that Detroit versus everybody mentality or mindset or just being around Detroit guys?
Yeah, definitely always had that mindset, but definitely you know how it is out here, so that's always gonna help too. And then your question before that was what?
And I was saying, how long had you been working out in Detroit? Just that process as well.
Dang, I want to say since like the Corona started.
Okay. Sam Smith next.
From seeing some clips of you playing overseas this past season, it seems like you control the ball quite a bit. Do you have to control the ball? Do you have to be very ball dominant to be successful?
Like I said, I feel like I can be successful in any little, like any, situation. So, like yes or no. But I would like to have the ball and do stuff like that because I'm point guard, I feel the point guard needs the ball to make plays and stuff like that.
Thanks.
Next question, Rick Bonnell.
Hey, LaMelo, I just wondered how the fact that your background is playing with pros, where a lot of people entering the draft, it's more of a college experience. I just wondered, having played all over the world now to a large degree, how do you think that has prepared you for this moment in time?
Like I've been saying, I feel like it prepared me a lot and also made me who I am today because playing up, see everything, you learn everything quicker. It's pretty much just like being advanced, I guess.
Next question, Anthony Slater.
Yeah, LaMelo, your dad has kind of come out publicly and said, he doesn't think you're a good fit with the Warriors. I think probably mostly because of their star power they already have at the guard position. Do you agree with that sentiment? And if the Warriors did decide to take you at 2, how do you see yourself in what is a very unique situation there?
Well, I'm my own man. He his own man. So he has his opinions, I have mine. And like I said, I feel like I can play on any team, do good anywhere I go. So like anything that happens, I'm positive.
What do you think about the fit next to Steph, particularly?
Now, like I said, anywhere is great fit. I mean, it's the NBA. You put me with good players, I feel like it's even going to be better.
Leo Sun next, thanks. Leo Sun next, thanks.
Hey, LaMelo, with your size and ball skills, you find yourself in a position to play multiple positions. So taking any recent measurements lately on your wingspan and height?
Point guard, and not recently.
Steve Kyler, go ahead.
Melo, you're going to be part of a draft class that's there's no precedent to it. No draft process where you don't get to go and meet with the teams. You're not going to get a summer league. I mean, obviously, you kind of live this with both of your brothers in terms of all these visits and just how the draft goes. How are you going to be ready when the season ultimately starts? And how are you dealing with kind of the unknown of all of this? The draft dates move, and maybe the season will start this, maybe the season won't start that. How are you dealing with this being kind of its own unique thing?
I think I'm dealing with it real well. And I kind of like how it's just like first time we ever seen it, and it's all unique because I feel like I'm like that too. So I feel like it's all something new.
Thanks, LaMelo.
Yes, sir.
Omari Sankofa, you're next.
Hey, LaMelo, 2-part question. 1, have you interviewed with the Pistons yet? And then 2, obviously Jermaine Jackson is from Detroit. How would you describe your relationship with him and how that relationship got started?
No, and then relationship with him is a great relationship. It started when I went to find a high school and ended up going to Spire.
Terrell Thomas.
Hey, LaMelo, how you doing today, man?
Good, how about you?
We see you working out right now. As we all know, you're slated right now to be a top 3 pick, maybe the number 1 overall pick. When you are working out, we know a lot of different athletes and entertainers have shouted you out over the last 3 years. What do you listen to? What's been keeping you focused throughout the pandemic?
You mean music?
Yeah.
Gunna, Young Thug, Drake, Lil Baby, pretty much everybody, all the mainstreams, Future, Babyface Ray, Baby Smooth. It's a lot of people I listen to. I'll be having music around all day.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Kaitor Ficini.
LaMelo, if you were going to compare to yourself with a player from the NBA's past, who would it be? And a present player, which player do you see yourself playing the similar style?
Oh, see, I just heard compare. Well, really, I don't really compare myself to nobody. I feel like I'm myself, one of one, so I can't really answer that question.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Rod Beard.
Hey, LaMelo, with this being such a point guard heavy draft, what sets you apart? What distinguishes you for teams with your point guard abilities? What sets you apart as a point guard in this point guard heavy draft?
What sets me apart?
Yeah.
Pretty much just being myself, I feel like.
On the court.
On the court. What sets me apart? Well, I feel like we just
Next, we'll go to Eddie Delgado.
Hi, LaMelo. How are you? A lot of people compares you with your brother, Lonzo Ball. And my question is, do you think that that comparison is fair? Or do you think that you don't have to compare to anybody?
I definitely think it's fair. I mean, just because it's my brother. But what was your question after that?
That you think is that comparison is fair, or do you think that you don't have to be compared to anybody?
Oh, yeah, definitely I would go with the second one.
Thank you.
Sure.
Christian Clark.
Hello, Mel. This is Christian Clark in New Orleans. I was just curious, what has Alonzo told you about adapting to the NBA, having gone through this process before?
Really, I can't really wait. If you say it like that again, can you say it again?
What has Alonzo told you about going through this process?
Going through this process, he just said pretty much just be yourself. You know, he pretty much talks to me every day, so it's a whole lot of stuff. You know, I'll be forgetting.
James Eichenhofer.
Hey, this is Jim also from New Orleans. I had kind of a similar question about your brother. You may have actually just answered this, but what do you think is the best advice that he's given you, whether it's preparing for the draft that like you are right now, or just advice about what life is going to be like in the NBA for you?
Yeah, like I said, he gives me a lot of little hinters, so it's kind of hard to break it down to just one.
Chris Hine.
LaMelo, I work for the Minneapolis Star-Tribune. I'm wondering if you've had any contact with the Timberwolves, any talks with them throughout the process about potential pick. And if you are pick number one, how would you envision you and Russell potentially playing together in the same backcourt?
At the end, you was like breaking up. I didn't hear the end part.
The second part was, how would you envision you and D'Angelo Russell potentially playing together in the same backcourt if the Timberwolves take you number one?
Definitely feel like that would be a nice fit. And like I said, once again, I feel positive everywhere I go. I feel like I can make a good impact anywhere I go.
Have you had any conversations with the Timberwolves?
I don't know.
Thank you.
Mike Vorkunov.
Hello, how's it going?
Good.
Just a two-part question for you. One, have you spoken with the Knicks during this interview process? And two, what do you think teams are trying to find out about you as you're talking to whichever team you talk to?
Yeah, and then for the second part, you was breaking up too.
What do you feel like teams are trying to find out about you as you interview with them during this interview process?
I feel like just trying to get to know me, because it's a whole lot of stuff out here that just doesn't really, you won't even know if it's me or not. So pretty much just getting to know me, I feel like.
What is that stuff you think you don't know if they don't know if it's you or not?
Huh?
You were saying there's a lot of stuff that you don't even know if it's you or not. What is that stuff?
Oh yeah, I'm saying with like all the stuff in the media and stuff on how I am, and just pretty much just they want to know me.
And that's what the Knicks asked you about as well?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Norman Seawright.
Hey, LaMelo, also up here from Minneapolis. My question for you a little different. Obviously, draft day being all on Zoom, being all online and everything. When it comes to a draft day fit, have you thought about what you'd wear, or is it something you'll plan when you get closer to the day?
Yeah, definitely plan when I get close there. I haven't even thought about none of that.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Chase Frederick from Minneapolis again.
Hey, LaMelo, just wondering,
with the Timberwolves having the number one pick, is there something? Would it mean something special to you to be number one? Do you value that at all? The chance to be the number one pick.
Yeah, ever since I was little, like when you do little projects and stuff, that was one of my goals. Go to the NBA, be number one pick. So yeah.
Thank you.
Chico Nation.
Hey, LaMelo. You had a great year in the NBL in Australia. Obviously, making the move like that has a little bit of risk, and it worked out for you. But going into that decision, was there any doubt in your mind that it might not work out for you or that the move might backfire?
No, definitely not. Like I said, anything I go into, I'm always positive, always looking at the best outcome. So I feel great doing it. And once you make a move, finish it. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, LaMelo, just a few more to go. Christos Saltos.
LaMelo, one question for me. What aspects on your game you would like to improve through the next months?
You said parts to improve on what is it?
What aspects on your game you would like to improve?
Like I said, just all around, from shooting, passing, just everything. Tighten it up.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Stephen Bondi.
Hey, LaMelo, how you doing? I got two questions for you, both about the Knicks. I know you said you talked to them, but they're picking out of your range. So why do you think that there's interest there? Do you think that maybe they could trade up to get you? And also, your father said that New York would be the perfect fit for you. You agree with that?
Like I said, any team I go to, I feel like it's the perfect fit or a good fit. So yeah.
And about the meeting with the Knicks, they're picking out of your range. I mean, what was that meeting like, and did they express any interest in maybe trading up for you?
Pretty much just a meeting, and that I don't know. Maybe not.
Okay.
Juan Esteves.
Hi, LaMelo. You said that you are a point guard, but do you think that this trend of positionless basketball is good for your style and your versatility to be able to play different positions?
Yeah, definitely. Basketball's positionless now. Get the rebound and go. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Sean Hyken.
LaMelo, what's been the biggest challenge of this whole draft process? Having to do all this stuff virtually, not being able to work out in front of teams, talk to guys in person. How has this kind of been different from what you thought the draft process would be maybe a year ago before COVID hit?
You said, how did I think it would be different?
Well, what's been the biggest challenge of this whole having to do everything virtually, not being able to talk to people?
Biggest challenge, I'm gonna just say that mask, probably. I don't know. Probably having that mask everywhere, or people you could be around. Certain amount of people. That's probably the most difficult stuff, and getting gyms, stuff like that.
R.J. Saunders.
Hey, LaMelo, what's going on, man?
How you doing?
So basically, we've followed you on this whole journey since the beginning, since you've been in Chino Hills, left that, go to Lithuania, come back to the States, play high school, then leave again and go to Australia. Now about to fulfill your dream and be in the NBA. And a lot of people would probably say a lot of different things. He's a reality TV star. He's a guy that flipped back and forth from the States to overseas. Now that you're about to be in the league, what do you want the critics and the media and all the fans, what do you want them to kind of view you as, when you take the court?
Don't really care. I mean, everybody has their own, opinion, thought process. So however they want to view me, I feel like they should be able to.
Just a secondary question. Did you think that your journey to the NBA would be like this, or did you kind of want the traditional route of high school, college, the NBA, or kind of how did you view yourself getting to the league? Was it kind of like this, where it's overseas back to the States?
When I was real young, I thought it was going to be the traditional route. But then when I made that first move to Lithuania, then that's when I started. That's down there when I grew up and stuff. So I realized what was going on, all that stuff. So
anything you would change about it?
Change my journey because it's one of one. I like it.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Ferdinand Rivera.
Hey, LaMelo from Puerto Rico. What do you think of the chance playing with Steph and Clay and be a title contender in your first year? Do you think you can handle that pressure?
Yes, sir. Like I said, anything I go into, positive, I always feel I can handle.
And lastly, every player aspires to be the first pick. Why LaMelo Ball should be the first pick?
What'd you say?
Every player aspires to be the first pick. Why LaMelo Ball should be the first pick?
Well, that's a question for me or you?
For you.
Oh, you asking me? Can you replay that then? Because my bad. I thought you was talking to somebody else. My fault.
All right. Every player aspires to be the first pick, while LaMelo Ball should be the first pick, in your opinion.
I mean, talent, you feel me, work ethic, just all the stuff like that.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, we'll take the last question from Francois.
Thank you. Hi, LaMelo. Thank you for taking the time. As the last question, a bit of a tough one. Your shooting form has been a huge point of emphasis in a bunch of scouting reports as something that could put a ceiling on your efficiency in the NBA as a shooter. Is it an argument you buy in, and is developing a new shooting form a part of your workout right now?
You said buy-in on shooting?
Is it? Do you agree that you need to change your shooting form, or is it, or do you?
Oh, okay. No, and then your second question.
So my second question was, are you working on a different shooting form right now? But I guess you answered that one. All right, thank you.
LaMelo, thank you for your time today, and good luck with the rest of the process. And thank you all to all the media that joined us this afternoon. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thanks, LaMelo.